Hey everybody, welcome to Kimmel's Irish Pub. Time for another movie review. Tonight's movie, The Sun is Also a Star. So, I know it's another young romantic movie, but it's about some guy who's a hopeless romantic and falls in love with a girl who doesn't believe in love. I'm sure there's more to it than that, and that's why we're going to watch it. I'm going to figure it out. But the reason I found it, Charles Melton is in it. So, he's from Riverdale. I like Riverdale. I know. John Leguizamo is also in it. I like John Leguizamo as well. So, other than that, I don't know who the other actors or actresses are. I don't recognize their names. But I'm going to get into it here a little bit and find out who they are, find out what this movie is really about, and then ultimately what I think about it. 5.6 on IMDb. So, let me get started here and check in a little bit and let you know what the plot's about. So, stick around. I'll be back. Hey everybody, I want to do a quick check-in here. We're watching The Sun is Also a Star. We're at the 43-minute, 32-second mark. Just to catch up, it is pretty much what they said. So Daniel, our main character, his day is going to interview to get into Dartmouth to become a doctor. He's a South Korean. His parents are South Korean immigrants, and they live in New York. So that's what he's going to do. On his way there, he bumps into our other character, Natasha, and she's from Jamaica, and her parents are being deported. They're actually leaving the next day. So she's out trying to, first she went to immigration to see if she can allow them to stay in the country, and the immigration sent her to a lawyer. So in her path, they meet. She obviously does not believe in love, as it says, whereas Daniel does, and he challenges her, saying that basically if we spend a day together, you'll fall in love with me, or give me a day, I'll make you believe in love, something along those lines. So, they start down that path. Meanwhile, still trying to, she's still trying to meet with the lawyer, and he's got to do his things and stuff like that. But what it has turned in so far is, a budding friendship, and as they move throughout New York, which is interesting. And that's kind of why I stopped it here. As I see them go throughout New York, I always think to myself, especially in these movies, it's like, what would it be like to grow up in a big city, in a city like New York, So they're in the suburbs or whatever, taking subways in, going downtown, in Chinatown, everything like that. I've never been to the big city, of course, big cities, but I've never lived in one, and it'd be interesting to hear what it's like living in a big city. Has anybody lived in a big city and in a small town, and which do you like more? Stuff like that. I know it's going away from the movie thing, but this is the kind of stuff that I think about while I'm watching a movie, and I figured I'd share it with you. The movie so far it's good. I like them. I like the two characters a little bit. I find it hard to believe that they're going to be able to fall in love in one day, but you can see it starting to happen there, and that's it. It's really all about them and New York. And I'm going to get back to it a little bit more. There's almost an hour left, so lots going to happen. Maybe I'll check in again with some of these thought-provoking questions that I have, and if not, I'll see you at the credits and give you ultimately what I think about it. So stick around. You're going to be entertained. I'll be back. Hey everybody, we're at the credits of The Sun is Also a Star. It's good. Actually, I was all prepared to say, it was good, it was cute, very predictable. It wasn't. I thought I had it figured out, but I didn't. So the ultimate thing is what you're thinking about. Their storylines, right? So his storyline is he's trying to get into Dartmouth to be a doctor. He's just trying to get a recommendation. And she is trying to stop her family from being deported, and they are potentially falling in love. So the questions are, does he become a doctor? Does she stop the deportation? Do they fall in love and live happily ever after? That's essentially what you're waiting for, and you can play all the stuff out in your mind as you watch the movie and things like that. So at first I was a little bewildered, but in the end I thought it was a good enough ending. I wasn't disappointed in it. Yara Shahidi was the girl's name. It just came up, sorry. But the movie was good. I think it got a little tiresome for me, as they continued. I guess they had to build the love between them, so they continued to travel throughout New York City, and be lovey-dovey. That just, I don't know. It didn't catch me. It didn't make me fall in love with them. So sometimes when you see this, I'll give you an example. A Walk to Remember. If you watch that movie, you kind of fall in love with the characters falling in love. This one, I didn't get that. Still, I like the two characters. I like the two actors. But it just did. I don't know what it was that I'm gonna steal a line from the movie. The X Factor for me wasn't there for them, that's the only the downside of it. A little long, didn't make me fall in love with them falling in love. Cute story, kind of original. I like the New York background. That was good, and John Leguizamo, his role was very diminished. It wasn't really, not a big role in it. Significant, just not big. And that's it. That's all I got. I can't go into that anymore. If you're interested in these young love stories about fate and love at first sight kind of thing, check it out. You'll probably enjoy it. I'm sure there's a lot of people out there who do like these things, and I do like them too. This one just didn't catch me as much as I hoped it would. So there you go. That's what I got for you. Hopefully that was helpful. If you check out the movie and you want to comment on what you thought of the movie, I'd love to hear from you. Drop me a comment. I'll also put a link below so you can click on it, watch it on demand, buy the DVD, whatever you want to do. That'll be in the description below. And then just hit that like button. And if you haven't already subscribed, please do. And thank you for tuning in. Kimmel's Irish Pub.